Hey guys, Kev here, and I'm going to do my first impression slash disassembly. This knife here, the North Arm Skaha 2. So, this is a cool knife. If you saw the unboxing, you'll know I got this because I'm in the Apex Pass-Around group, and David, who runs that, is an awesome dude. Sorry, I'm just trying to get some better lighting going here. Awesome dude, and he happened to have his book spot come up, and I guess he didn't want it anymore, or something happened, and he was offering it up, and I was basically the only one who wanted it, and I got it. So I was able to choose what I wanted, and they have this carbon fiber, which I really liked when I handled one before and reviewed it. But I'm going to kind of do the review just because this one's mine. It's an updated generation of it without that bacon milling line stuff. And basically because this one has a reversible clip, as you see here, which was an option. So, yeah, I paid $236 for this, made in British Columbia by a family. It's a family-run father and son team. I believe it's Michael and John Sigmundson, I believe. I have my doc street here, and that was off the top of my head, so that could be wrong. I will be linking their website in the description. So, I already have Gillian 5mm salt and peppers in here, which was my last set. So I have ordered more on pre-order. I love them so much. But I wanted to show you guys the inside of this. I couldn't wait because I wanted the action to be what I wanted the action to be. Now, right off the bat, I want to note, you'll see the centering may be off slightly. And there is a little bit of blade play. It does drop shut, so it's starting to really get that Skaha action that you always hear about. I will say, out the gate, it did not drop like that. It was good. It just needed some shakeage to get down. It still does occasionally, but you'll see there, I mean, it's really close to just dropping, and I'm sure they're going to keep breaking in the bearings, the pivot, the detent, all that good stuff. This did not have any wear on the detent ball track, and it's when I took it apart, so it's going to be interesting to take a look at that and see what it's like, because I carried it today and really just fidgeted with it. And yeah, so a couple of quick things I want to note. The liner lock, easy to disengage, really fun to play with, but I will note that it does stick sometimes. Like, it's random. Sometimes it sticks, not like bad, but more than it does other times, which is interesting. And I don't know if that's because now it's starting to walk a little on the pivot, and maybe once it's, tightened up, it'll be fine. I'm going to Loctite this because it has walked multiple times today, just fidgeting with it. So I'll have to do that. And I want to talk about this detent, guys. It is so good. It is one of the best detents I've felt on a knife. It really reminds me of the Brian Nadeau detent system that he has on the Evo Typhoon. I pulled this out in the unboxing. It's the only other knife that has kind of like a double click to it. It's so hard to explain, but if you had it in hand, you'll know. It, like, when the ball comes out to, flip open, it clicks, I think, and then it clicks when it locks into place. So it's like a double tactile click, and it feels amazing. And this has the same thing, different sounds because it's different acoustics, which, by the way, this thing sounds amazing too. I was in my truck playing with this, driving to an appointment, and it was just like thundering, like it was just cracking open. It was amazing. I loved it. We have a spinning pivot, but I think I was able to, you see that? I didn't even have to do anything. It's so loose. But it's not like to the point where it falls out, There's enough room there. So I believe I took both out last time. It's kind of a weird construction. Not weird, but like You'll see these are the same, right? Oh, let me zoom in. Sorry. Boom. These are the same length, the pivot screws, so it's not like they're different or anything. But I kind of have to like take everything apart, and then I had to, you'll see. Longer. I think these are the same. Are they? Are those the same? No. Wait. God, just line up. I don't think they're the same. Can't remember which one was which, so I think the longer one was the one. Whatever. I'll figure it out. And then I don't think I had to take the clip off. That doesn't make sense. Or that. So I just need to get it apart now. And that's where it was weird. I had to like unscrew these a little bit just to get it going. And then you'll... Oh, you know what? I could double check now, right? Haha, idiot. So the shorter one is in the end. Okay, good to know. All right. So, yeah, so from here I had to open the knife, which, by the way, at this point, no pivot screw or anything. It still kind of functions. It's kind of funny. Anyway, so you can kind of start wedging it apart now. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Hey, look at that. Because I took it apart a couple times, I guess. The first time I had to use a pry bar, so... Not a pry bar, a pry tool. So here's the inside. It's kind of cool with all that light on there. You can see that carbon fiber. They called it a carbon fiber G10 weave in the box, which kind of bothered me a little bit. But I'm not sure if that is the case. And you'll see it is a different type of detent. It's not your traditional detent ball. It's like this flat thingamabobber, right? It's technical right there. And that's what the detent ball is, I guess. And that drops into what looks like a traditional detent ball hole. But you'll see, because it's like a flat thing, it kind of creates this like double track. Very interesting. And I'm thinking that's going to wipe off. Yeah, look at that. So it hasn't even worn in much of a track yet. You can see a little bit there. See that? I'm guessing I can't get that out. No, that's the little bit of a track it's worn in so far. So that's going to keep going and going and going, right? And it's just going to get better and better, in my opinion. And then I have the bearings, which are wearing in their own tracks on there. And on the blade, of course, you'll see they'll start to wear in a circle around the blade. Around there. So cool. I love knives, guys. Let me get a sip of this beer. So yeah, that's the inside of the Skaha 2. So here's your lock bar. And of course, this is what creates your detent tension. And it needs to be perfect. And oh my goodness, is it ever. It's so good, guys. They fucking nailed the detent on this thing. It's a little stiff, but not too stiff. You know how I love that. Like, it's stiff enough to where you're never going to fail it. But it's not stiff enough to where it's like, damn, this hurts, you know? You see that pivot is really in there. Like, there's nothing, you know, holding it on. It's, I guess, press fit into this side. So, interesting there. Anything else I want to show you? It looks like the carbon fiber is different on each side. No, I guess it looks the same now. It might just be the light I'm looking at. So, yeah, that's it. Let's put her back together. KPL, got all the good stuff. Here's a bearing. Gillian, 5mm, salt and pepper. Definitely check these out, guys. They are just amazing bearings. I freaking love them so much. And they fit in the Skaha too. So 5mm, 1/16 is the size you want for skiff or for Gillian. You choose, right? So a little bit of KPL dot dot, drop, put on, dot, that was enough, I think. Drop. And what I normally do here is I start putting this screw in, just because it's a pivot screw, and it probably should be in there. And again, I'm going to have to take these out to Loctite them, so I'm not really going crazy here. And it's kind of a bit of a crapshoot when you're trying to figure out how to tune this properly, because you can't just tighten it all the way down and have it drop shut. Like, it just didn't seem to do that. Although I might do that and just see if it'll break in over time and become drop shut with it fully tightened, because that's what you want, really. But we're so impatient that we loosen pivots and shit, right? So we'll see if I can get it to do that. Because if I can, I would really prefer that. So here, I'm going to put a drop in there, right? A couple of little tinsels, and then just a little bit right there. And then suck some of that up because it was too much. Okay. So your stop pin is on here. You have your barrel spacers right there. And we have everything in the knife. So we're good to go. This should be interesting because we're kind of dropping everything in. It's so well made, guys. You can see that carbon fiber just shining right now. Whatever it is, it's fantastic. So I'm not going to complain about it anymore. Okay, so that just clicked on. And let me shut this to make sure everything's good. Everything kind of just clicked together. And yeah, we're good to go. So drop this sucker in. Again, gonna redo all this with Loctite. Yep, everything looks good. Lockup's looking good. So I just need to tighten down some screws. Okay. Shit. Longer screw was at the end, I believe, is what I said. Okay, I'm just gonna look. Don't be an idiot, Kev. So. No. Okay, so longer screw. Okay. Longer screw goes here. Unless each one has a long screw and a short screw. Right? That could be the case. So let me check this. If this one's a short screw, then we know. Short screw. No, we don't know, do we? Shit, I don't know. Well, I'm going to find out, aren't I? Does it make sense? It would make sense that the ones here are longer, right? Because it's a longer distance, I would assume. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just guessing, guys. So let's just guess. See if it causes an issue in any way, right? Then we'll know for sure. Yeah, I mean, that all seems legit. It all tightened down pretty good. All right, so just for action's sake, you'll see there that we did nuts. Not really. Let's see how much room we have here. Yeah, we don't have any room. So you'll see this is how the action is with it tightened all the way down. Something feels a little weird, so hang on. I may have just over tightened or something. Centering does look good, so that's not it. I'm guessing it's just I need to loosen this up. No play. sorry. Just kind of loosening slowly. I'm guessing what happened was there was KPL and everything on that detent track, and I cleaned all that up, and that maybe is causing it to be a little less drop shut than it was. It was kind of doing its own magic. But you can see right here, it's pretty damn good, and it's slowly just getting there. So I just need to drop the Permatex in, find the right spot, and then let it go, and then it'll break in from there. It's really starting to hammer now, yeah. Not quite dropping yet, but it'll get there real soon, I bet. Yeah, not quite. Anyway, take this out. Get the Permatex train started. Yeah, the only thing I can think of is that these screws would switch, but I don't see how that would affect anything, really, honestly. In terms of, like, centering and... Not centering, but, like... You know what I'm trying to say. Action. Work that into the threads. There's a good way to do it. Drop everything everywhere. Jesus. Yeah, that's one problem I have, guys. My freaking desk is on an incline, obviously. If you haven't noticed, everything fucking rolls everywhere. It's kind of a pain in the ass, actually. Alright, I got enough in there. Way too much, actually. It's okay, though. Usually it comes off while I'm trying to get it in the knife anyway. Alright. We did that one. Please don't tell me this is the same one and I just fucking took it out. Swear I flipped it over. Yes, I did. Okay. Idiot. Good. No. You know, I don't know why this doesn't magnetize. It doesn't look like titanium hardware to me, but it must be, I guess. Yeah, I'm really liking this Permatex. I mean, it doesn't solve one of the issues where you have to hold the screw all funny to get it, you know, to get shit onto the threads, but it does do a really good job. All right. Okay. Excuse me. Wow. Excuse me. Dead centered. Obviously, we have play. Play. We don't have drop shut action. I am very tempted to just Loctite it like this, fully tightened, and then see what happens as I play with it more and more and more, and see if it will break in the way I want. Obviously, the game I'm playing there is if it doesn't, I have to redo all this shortly, but I kind of want to do that because I feel like it's better to have it tightened down and have that detent ball wear a deeper path and become drop shut with the tight pivot, right? I mean, I just feel like that makes sense. Of course, now I'm going to start loosening shit. Just a little bit. Yeah, man, I just expected it to be like a guillotine right off the bat, like I like the one I had as a loaner was. This just isn't like that. But I did have it there earlier, and then I had to tighten the pivot. So it's just a thing. I don't know. I feel like if I'm going to do that, I need to just... Like, if I want it to be loose, that's got a little play in it. And there, see that? I mean, this is basically dropping shut now. So, but I don't want that. I don't want blade play. So, I mean, it's very smooth. So, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to let it Loctite like this or Permatex like this. And then I'll just keep playing with the bearings, with the detent ball, and we'll get it, we'll get it going for sure. We'll get it going. I'm sure of it. It'll break in perfectly fine, and we'll be good to go. So anyway, it's enough OCD there, guys. Dead nuts on the centering. You saw the insides. Guys, I'm really liking this knife. It carries well. It's comfortable in hand. It has this fake flipper choil, I call it. It cuts really well. It has a nice blade. It says S35BN. Would I prefer something else? Yes, but it definitely gets the job done. It's fine for $230. $200 base with G10. That's a hell of a deal for a custom-made knife. Yeah, I call that incredible, actually. So it's just going to get better and better as I use it. It's very thin. It's very lightweight. I mean, this is a great EDC knife, guys, not just a fidget toy. So that's what I'm going to try to use it as and enjoy it as and hope that it turns into a guillotine while I'm at it. So yeah, I have it dialed the way I want it. I'm going to let it sit now for a day or so and go from there. So I really appreciate you guys tuning in to watch this, listening to me rant, rave, break shit apart, fuck shit up, and just go OCD on stuff. So I love you very much. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will catch you later.